Hey, Laura. Hey, 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 hey. We made it to day 30. This is super exciting. Um, for me, for you guys, I love that. And today we are on day 30, and we're talking about sustainable activism and how to protect your energy. Super important, right? You guys have been showing up every day. You're watching the replays, you're doing the actionable steps in the articles that come behind, you're joining the communities, you're downloading worksheets, you're doing all of the work, right? And that's what you're just doing in this space. Who knows what else you're doing wherever. And honestly, this work in and of itself is super heavy. Hello, kiss her forever. Um, so this is I applaud you. Please applaud yourself. Give yourself your own damn cookies because I'm giving myself cookies this morning. So I want you to ensure that you are 100% celebrating yourself for showing up so deeply for this work. And like I said, I really do not like buzzwords, but it is transformative work, right? Because it is making you dig deep into spaces and grief and trauma and just unpacking and unraveling it all. I'm doing well. All right, so 3 points, right? One, protecting energy is essential for long term activism. That is a must. We know that this is a journey. If you've come this far, you can understand how intertwined and interconnected all of these things are. So, this is long term, right? This is generational work. Seven behind us, seven ahead of us. And we're going to need the ability to sustain our activism. Two, community care helps sustain individual activists. I'm always going to tell you about community because that's what this is about. And you need that, right? You need other people to come around you, to hold you, to, 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 to nourish you in all of the ways that you could possibly be nourished. Good morning, Reverend. Number three, sustainability means pacing yourself. I really love these. I'm enjoying this so much. So, sustainability means pacing yourself. I talked to you guys about this. I'm at day 30. If you're at day 4, that's okay. Somebody made a comment and I need to respond to them directly. But they were like, thank you for understanding that. And I'm like, yeah, life is happening. We're human beings. You got to take a break. Again, for me, this is not a checklist. This is quite literally grief work, right? It's sacred, it's transformative, it's all of the things. So you need to take the time that you have to take, and time takes time. This linear time is yet another construct of supremacy culture. Time is happening all of the time. And I'd much rather people do the work consistently and show up consistently than like rush to get to the end. Like, hey, I'm at day 30 and I did it all. And I'm like, okay, how did you feel about that? How did you process what's been activated in your body? And you have no idea because you blindly just ran through these. Don't do that. I'm here as a guide. These things are why I have a replay offer. That's why I have actionable steps and practicing your praxis after. So you can take your time, you can go back and revisit, and you do it at the pace you need to. Tiffany says, I'm definitely still digesting stuff from the beginning. Right. And I recognize that. I have people, listen, I have people that like had a one on one with me 5 years ago and then like come back and like, so hey, like I was thinking about what you said all these years ago, and this is what I've been doing. And I'm like, beautiful, right? Like that is the work. That is the work. I used to tell people when I was on many networks, I was like, my goal is to work myself out of a job, right? I do not want to be doing this um, forever. I want to be living in the reality of it, right? So my goal is not repeat customers. I want to hope that you come and you come to me and you have a paradigm shift and you begin to live in such a way that it just starts unraveling and dismantling for you. And I feel like I've lived in my purpose. And honestly, you could still make a fairly decent living off of that with billions of people on the planet. I don't need people to keep coming back to me and not processing and doing the work, right? I will work with you until the end of time in your process, as long as you need. But I want you moving forward, sitting with it, digesting, taking it in, right? Nourishing yourself. This has to be a nourishment. It can't just be another extraction, right? That's some capitalist mindset. Let me just keep taking and stripping you of things. You need to be pouring stuff back into you, right? And that is just healthy energetic boundaries in and of itself. So now that we covered those three things, let's talk about what it means. One, protecting energy is essential for long term activism. As an example, a family institutes a quiet hour each evening where everyone engages in low stimulation activities, reading, journaling, deep breathing to decompress from the day. Now, personally, I do this in the morning. Those morning school runs dysregulate me so much. And I'm like a riser, like a 4 o'clock in the morning riser. I enjoy that because if my body wakes me up, I wake up when my body tells me. I can get up, I can write, I can have my coffee or my tea. I can make breakfast. I have all of these hours, almost 3 hours before I am interrupted by life happening, right? So that's great for me. So I'll get up, I'll do that. I shower, brush my teeth, wash my face. It all becomes this ritual of deep self care before I have to dive into taking care of someone else, right? And there's breakfast, yada, yada, yada. Now, but before we're leaving out that door, and I'm thankful my son actually came up with this idea because I'm like always frazzled, right? Like I have like the time on the TV, big ass 70-inch with the time, like it's 7:47, 7:49, 7:52. And I'm like, oh God. And I'm trying to get three bodies out of the door. And like Kieran was like, hey, how about we play the quiet game one morning? And I was like, oh my God, this is great. And now we do that, right? I'm like 60 seconds at least, just to reset, just to pause. Let me just catch my breath again. And then where usually I'm doing hair, right? Like finishing up those last little touches or whatever. Okay, grab your book bag, we get everything and we're out of the door. And that just resets the whole thing. I use the word reset a lot because that's what most of us need is a reset. Personally, collectively, societally, emotionally, physically, just all of the ways we need to reset the energy, the space, whatever is happening. So I use that for them. I gave another example for your own self. A person sets a phone free boundary for the first hour after waking up and the last hour before bed to preserve their mental space. You have to find what works for you, right? But these are your energy boundaries. Like, what am I going to do, right? Where do you set boundaries at your home and your personal life in regard to that? In your activism, right? I take a day off. Friday's my day off. I do my live and I don't do anything else. I don't do anything else with any sort of work stuff. I won't engage. I go out, I do whatever I'm doing. I'm gonna do my nails, I'm gonna take a walk, whatever that looks like, I'm going to do in order to take care of me because that is essential. If you want me to continue to show up, I gotta take care of myself, right? I want you guys to do the same thing. Two, um, even that, like, do you savor your coffee or your tea or whatever it is? Two, community care helps sustain individual activism. Sustainability isn't just an individual responsibility. Communities should actively support each other's well being through shared care practices, right? Self care is beautiful, but it has become commercialized. It has become yet another capitalistic grab, right? And then all of a sudden, because it's tied to capitalism, it's also tied to worthiness, right? Like, are you worth it? Have you earned your rest? Have you earned your food? These are insane ideas that I want they must wipe them out of your brain. Have you earned your self care? I'm sorry, what? I'm like, I exist, therefore I'm worthy of it, right? So when you can disentangle self care from capitalism, right? Like sometimes the other week I showed you guys, yes, I went and did my nails. Look, I broke one, so I'll be going to get that repaired on Friday. Um, I do my nails. I go out for lunch. The other weekend, it looked like, the other Friday, it looked like putting away,